It's time you start winning bot lane, game in and game out, as we're set to share with you all the 10 most broken ADC and support synergies to abuse for free wins. Our list is heavily weighted on featuring champions who are strong in meta. When you throw together two champs who are top in their roles and also synergize well with each other, it leads to so much success. But before we get into it, be sure to check out SkillCapped if you want to truly get better at League of Legends. We're the only service that offers a money-back guarantee if you don't climb at least 5 divisions while actively using our service. We do this because our service really does work, and if it doesn't work for you, you shouldn't pay. Learn more at the end of this video or click the link in the description for a special discount. Alright, let's get started. The first combo we have for you guys is one that's shot up in strength over the past few patches. Ashe and Blitzcrank is a deadly duo with tons of early kill threat and some of the most insane pick potential. Catching the enemies out of position and capitalizing on it is easier said than done, but Blitz and Ashe make it easy. Ashe Arrow in combination with Blitz Hook gives you multiple avenues to punish the enemy's missteps. Early in lane, Ashe can use her long range to poke the enemy out. Once you got them in lethal, Blitz can flash in, knock the enemy up with E, follow with Hook, and grab first blood. Level 6 is where it's super free. As long as Ashe can hit Arrow, Blitz follows with a guaranteed hook into a kill every single time. You'll definitely want to ban out Morgana when playing this duo, as her black shield can be a massive counter to your engage. As you hit mid to late game, use the Fog of War to your advantage. Control vision, force the enemy to face check into you, and use your pick tools to punish when they try to contest. It's no secret how broken Ziggs has become as a bot lane carry, so in order to get the most out of the lane, pair him up with Leona. Leona enables Ziggs extremely well because of her chain CC lockdown. Every single one of Ziggs' abilities is a skill shot, so having a support who can keep the enemy in place for a couple seconds makes it effortless to land abilities. You can look to strike as early as level 2. Ziggs has the ability to push faster than most ADCs due to his AoE damage from Q, so you'll hit the level 2 jump quite frequently. Leona can flash Q into a Ziggs W, which knocks the enemy back towards you to finish them off. Level 6 is where things get extra spicy. As long as Leona can hit her E and follow with the rest of her combo, then Ziggs gets to unload his entire rotation for massive burst. Just like the Blitz Ashe combo, banning out Morgana is a great idea. Rell and Janna are also good options, so it comes down to preference. Morgana is definitely the most played out of those three right now, so we'd lean more towards her. Rell coming off her buffs is a much better support now, and when paired up with Samira, the kill pressure is immense. Rell W synergizes tremendously with Samira passive, as it's a knockup that Samira can follow up on. Both Rell and Samira want to be right up in the enemy's face to be most effective, so they complement each other perfectly. Win condition for this duo is to push for that level 2. Rell and Samira will each have access to their mobility spells, which makes punishing the enemy's overextension super easy. At level 6, your 2v2 is insane, and you can even pull off 2v3 wins very consistently if the enemy jungler tries to gank. Rell's ability to keep the enemy locked down gives Samira plenty of time to stack her passive and unload with a massive ult play. Champions with strong peel who can negate your engage are who you'll want to consider banning. In that case, Janna, Lulu, or Morgana are who we would have highest on your ban list. So we've covered a couple really strong aggro all-in lanes, but how about an oppressive poke duo in Cait and Xerath? Caitlyn, coming off her scaling buff on Q, is seeing a really unique lethality build surface, which allows her abilities to hit super hard. The long-range poke from this duo is a nightmare for the enemy bot lane to lane against. What makes it extra oppressive is the consistent shoving power. With Cait Q and Xerath Q, you can nuke an entire wave almost instantly, which renders perma priority as you lock the enemy under tower. The consistent barrage of abilities will make it so difficult for the enemy ADC to last hit under tower, so you'll either pick up a ton of easy kills or deny them lots of farm. Once you hit level 6, this is where it becomes really nuts. Caitlyn ultimate with the lethality build chunks hard, and if Xerath follows up with his ultimate, you can 100-0 the enemy from miles away. All in all, the crazy range from both champs and constant poke threat make the lane so rewarding if played well. Hard engage is the only counter to this duo, so banning out a meta support like Blitzcrank, Leona, or Thresh is a wise idea. As a result of Kog'Maw's meta tank build, his issues of being blown up right away aren't as existent as before. His lack of mobility is still a glaring weakness though, and there's no better support to fix that than Zilean. Constant 99% speed boosts are what every Kog'Maw player dreams of, as it allows him to kite out dive champions so much more effectively. It's already difficult enough to chew through all the defensive stats Kog players purchase these days, but having to do it twice due to Zilean ultimate is super annoying for the enemy. Access to a second life as Kog'Maw in mid to late game fights spells the recipe for success more often than not. Win condition with this duo is to simply farm up, let Kog hit his 3-item spike, and then take over in team fights. Early kill potential isn't crazy unless Zilean lands a double bomb, so if you can come out of lane even or ahead, then you'll set yourself up well. To maximize your chances of not dying early on, banning out Blitz or Leona are two really great options. If you enjoy playing hyper-aggressive and like jumping right on your opponent whenever possible, look the way of Tristana and Pyke. Both champions have long-range gap-close spells, along with insane single-target burst. There's really no better ADC support duo when it comes to punishing the smallest of positional errors that the enemy makes. For example, if the opposing support walks over to ward and the ADC sits there in lane, you got yourself a free kill, as Trist jumps in with W and Pyke follows with E. Level 6 is where this duo really heats up. A fully charged bomb followed with ultimate from Tristana can nearly 100 to 0 a squishy on its own, so having a Pyke ultimate to follow for the cleanup makes those all-in super lethal. It all comes down to striking whenever you notice the enemy bot split up or out of position. All the Trist's damage is point and click, so as long as Pyke can be consistent with his ult, you'll have no issue running away with games. Ban out a strong peel support like Janna or Lulu, so you have an easier time finding those engages. The best scaling bot lane duo in the game right now is without a question Vayne and Lulu. Both champs are insanely strong in their respective roles and have immense synergy with each other. If you can pilot a good Vayne, it's already difficult enough for the enemy to lock onto you in a team fight due to all your kiting power. Throw a Lulu in the mix and it's nearly impossible for dive champions to function. Lulu's shield, speed boost, and ultimate give Vayne that extra layer of protection that allows her to go god mode and absolutely pop off. Early laning isn't all too exciting, as your main goal is to farm up and let Vayne hit her core items. A 3-item Vayne with a Lulu by her side has legitimate 2v5 potential. Instead of banning a support when playing this duo, any strong early game ADC like Caitlyn or Ashe will be a good option to help ease your way through the laning phase. Draven and Thresh is one of the more classic aggro lanes that, if played well, can lead to an insane snowball. It's about the level 2 with this one, as Thresh offers one of the best early all-ins for any support. Reason why Draven works so well in combination is due to his high damage from axes and ability to burst when Thresh CC lands. All it takes is that one early kill and the enemy bot lane won't be able to play the game. Thresh can focus on brush control to zone the opposing ADC, and if they move up slightly too far, he flashes in, throws Draven a lantern, and sends the enemy to Fountain. It really just comes down to Thresh being able to land hooks consistently. If he does, then Draven has plenty of damage to guarantee kills when they hit. Any support who can shut down your ability to play aggressive is worth a ban. A couple to consider include Janna, Rell, and Alistar. The ultimate artillery synergy that will force more rage quits than you can count is Jhin and Zyra. This one is similar in a way to Caitlyn and Xerath, as the long-range damage potential gives the enemy very little counterplay. All it takes is for Zyra to hit the enemy with her plants, Jhin to snipe a root with W, and the enemy just dies. When Jhin W hits, Zyra follows with her root from E, and if the enemy isn't dead already, Jhin rains down with ultimate to finish them off. Doesn't matter if Zyra E hits first or Jhin W, but whichever does, the other one follows for a nice CC lockdown and lots of burst. There is strong level 2 all-in potential with this duo, but level 6 is really where you can take over the lane. Zyra, root, and ultimate lock the enemy down for such a long duration that it gives Jhin a couple guaranteed free hits with ultimate. That long range on Jhin ultimate allows him to consistently follow up on Zyra picks, even if he's sitting further back in lane catching farm under tower. If you enjoy dealing damage and lots of it, then there really isn't a better synergy out there. Those all-in supports are the ones who can mess with your mojo, so getting rid of Leona, Blitz, or Nautilus in the ban phase is advised. And the 10th and final combo we have to share with you all today is Ezreal paired up with Maokai. The idea behind this one is the synergy between Maokai E and Ezreal Q. The zone control you have in the mid to late game is completely insane. Maokai sets up shop around objectives, and if the enemy tries to walk in, they get slowed by the saplings and take a ton of damage. While slowed, it's super easy for Ezreal to line up his ultimate. A late game sapling in combination with Ezreal R will chunk a squishy to 25% health if not lower. This makes it so difficult for the enemy team to contest objectives and gives you a nice win condition to play towards. All the lockdown in Maokai's kit is great for Ezreal as well, since he relies on landing skill shots for the brunt of his damage. Banning out a heal or shield support is definitely what you want to prioritize so that your poke sticks. Soraka is the obvious one here, but you can also lean towards Lulu, Yuumi, or Karma, as they're all picked quite often in the meta. Alright guys, before we wrap this up, let's tell you a little bit more about SkillCapped. So, we offer a 5-division rank up guarantee, and think that's a pretty crazy thing to offer. It's like getting a gym membership guaranteeing you'll get ripped. Your local gym would go bust if they offered that, right? Not us. We've offered this for years because our service really does work. It works so well, in fact, that we are able to produce by far the largest catalog of premium league guides on the internet. We add over 20 videos a week with over 1,600 guides curated into over 100 courses. No one can compare. We've also sent Challenger players into ELO Hell 629 times and counting, where they commentate how to carry live. They also respond to all questions asked. Sign up today for as little as $4.99 a month if you're serious about improving. So that's going to be all for this one. Good luck with all these broken combos, and we'll see you back soon.